going to watch Battlegrounds, drink some Diet Pepsis, and talk about the Ascension.
I'm not angry. What the?
The longest-running weekly overproduced, under-talented, episodic, sometimes echoing, often infighting wrestling podcast. And welcome to Tuesday Night Smackdown. I am your host, Adam Baum. Alongside me for episode number 369 on this, the 5th day of February, is the Bionic Mark Bryan. What's going on, buddy?
Feed me more.
Of course, you're not.
I
Yep,
fucked
you did it again.
I fucked it up.
Hence why I said Ryback's line. So I'm just going to say hello. Hi, everybody.
Hello, Kitty.
Hello, Kitty. Hello, Dolly.
Hello, Dolly. No, nobody else probably knows that song but me. On our YouTube live chat board, Twitch, Facebook, we got High Off Gas, Mika Meach, Bang Bus GM, or Christopher Stikelether. Juan is here. Juan. Let's see. I saw Anaconda Vice earlier. Teddy Two Stone Heart is also here. You know what that means. It means that he's probably not going to last very long.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
We got some good topics. We got some short topics. We got some awards. We got, I guess we'll talk some indies. You'll teach me some things later on.
Yeah, there's been a little thing. There's some rumblings going on. Of course, the whole AEW situation that we have unfolding in front of us. And also we'll talk some Lucha Brothers.
Wait. What's a Lucha?
Exactly. Not Lucha House Party.
Not Lucha Dragons.
Not Lucha Dragons.
Not Lucha Underground.
Not Lucha Underground. Well, kind of Lucha Underground, but not really.
Huh.
Yeah. Not Ultimo Dragon.
Oh, Teddy says stop shitting on me. I'm not shitting
We're not
on you,
shitting on
Teddy.
you. Yeah. What is he talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about, Teddy? I'm going to state the obvious here. Captain Obvious, of course, is saying Raw and SmackDown were better than the Super Bowl. And High Off Gas, he wants to get it started, but I'm going to wait because I want to first play the intro to the segment.
What you need to make a good Smackdown is your 3 key ingredients.
High Off Gas, Brian, over on Twitch, seems to be reading our minds. Our first topic is going to be, very simply, Charlotte Reigns, where we'll talk about Charlotte, Triple H, Becky, the whole 9 yards there. But Becky Lynch showed up on Raw yesterday. Yesterday's Raw was arguably the worst ever. She's overrated, trash. I can't wait till a real wrestler like Ronda exposes her.
Is this real?
And breaks her like a stick. She's Conor McGregor with tits and less personality. This is High Off Gas signing on and off. That's his only comment he left on there.
Whoa. Saying that Ronda is a great wrestler.
Yes.
That's what
he's saying that she will expose.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to watch.
Right.
I highly doubt that's the situation that will happen.
Me too.
Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, that's my brain is rattled right now.
What do you think about the concept? I know we've probably talked about it too much already, but the concept that Charlotte would get added to the match.
I still think that's very possible. Personally.
Keep talking.
Especially just because we don't know what the jury is on Ronda right now, right? As far as the time leading up to WrestleMania, we could see her. I don't know. Maybe her attitude does change. Maybe she does fall out of love with pro wrestling, and we have a situation almost like how Brock was like on his way out, and then he had that last match at Mania, and then by that time the crowd knew it. We knew that Brock wasn't into it. Maybe that like a similar situation could happen with Ronda. I don't know. I mean, that's getting way ahead of myself.
The famous video of him throwing the belt at McMahon when he came back
No,
through Gorilla.
no,
Was that not Mania?
That was last year's Mania. I think that's the clip you're talking about. I'm talking
Right.
about the first time when Brock left for fucking football.
Oh, when everybody
when he had the match
chanted?
against Goldberg.
Yeah,
Yeah, when everyone knew
part
that Brock
one.
was leaving. who knows? Maybe Ronda's attitude, maybe she does become toxic. Maybe she doesn't want to be there. There have been rumors about that. So personally, I don't see that happening, but there's been crazier things that's happened in pro wrestling, right?
I think that they need something other than Charlotte. And they can have Charlotte be the Roman / John Cena forever and never really build around her, or they can put up some competition now. The time for Ronda has passed. Ronda should be in, Charlotte. Charlotte should be in grudge matches.
With who, though?
Doesn't matter. Okay, because she does not need title reigns. Look at Rey Mysterio fighting with Andrade. Is there a belt? We're not going to talk about them tonight because one wasn't even on the show, but that feud interests me, and there is no belt. A good feud doesn't need a belt, Brian.
No, that's true. I agree with that.
And the women's division, I've been preaching it, check the tape, for 2 fucking years plus. They have not ever really done any feuds away from the title. Not on TV. Maybe on house show rotations. Maybe stupid little one-offs like they just did with Naomi and Mandy. That wasn't really a feud. But for the most part, it's been centered around the belts, and now we're adding tag titles. I really don't see them going anywhere without building a contender to Charlotte. The think about NXT. Okay, Baszler has had a much more memorable run than Asuka as the NXT champion, because Asuka really only had Ember at the end to kind of have as a rivalry. She squashed everybody too long, and she didn't have any true challengers. Over time, everybody's just like, yep, here's Asuka again. I mean, yeah, it was great, her streak, and I was glad to see that she fought a lot of different people. But Shayna Baszler's title run has been, or title runs, has been more interesting to me because of the way they've handled them.
Yeah, I mean, NXT's different, though. I mean, they can get away with, they're able to highlight different women just because they have a little bit more leeway to kind of, highlight different people. Especially just because they didn't have a title for a long time anyway, and they're not going to have tag titles for the women, so they kind of have to. They kind of have to have something else for other than the top two for something for them to do. I don't know. I really don't have a problem with Charlotte getting added to it. I'm a fan of hers. I think that she's great in the ring. I don't care that we've seen it before. She's good, man. What does matter? It's the biggest match of the year. So
right,
why not?
And I think it's something that we didn't get at Survivor Series, and it's a shame we had to wait 5-6 months. But whatever. SmackDown was A for effort. Juan says. Stike says Becky's going to tap out to Ronda at Mania. Plain and simple. Ronda's being compared to Dean Malenko by High Off Gas. I want to have some of that gas. I think if that's what he thinks. Teddy's looking in the Hall of Fame for an absent Noah. Let's see. Captain Obvious says, my God, this match would be ruined if Charlotte is added in. There's no point in it. I think it is ruined. And Berto's calling us racist, saying we don't care. I don't.
What?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
No, I think he's saying our Hall of Fame is racist.
Oh yeah, Berto and Juan are saying that the Hall of Fame is all white.
Is it?
I don't know. Wow, what's Upload?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we've never heard his voice. He never showed a picture. It was a purple U.
I mean, shut up, Berto. Shut up, Berto.
Meech,
shut up, both of you.
Yeah, Mika Meech is at the event, so he's for some reason talking to us and watching it.
Okay.
WrestleMania, Alex Carter says, is the build-up for the 4 horsewomen versus horsewomen match at SummerSlam. I don't know that unless Ronda makes it to SummerSlam. I don't know if those plans will ever see fruition. I more or less see if Becky loses, it's not because Ronda makes her tap. It's because the horsewomen attack. And Becky hasn't exactly been on the same team as the other horsewomen in her corner. 2 are on the other show, and she's feuded more with Charlotte than anything else. Before I move on, Brian, I want to drop 2 bombs on you here.
Yeah.
Something Triple H said he just, was like, Charlotte, get out of here. But the other thing he said medical prison. Isn't that what you called it? No, that's not what she called it. She called it doctor jail.
Doctor jail.
Yeah. And Becky just a little stab there with how's Steph. But perhaps the best gem of the segment came from Charlotte, believe it or not. She said, "It's bad enough you take my dad's name. Now you're going to steal Roman Reigns' entrance?"
Yeah, I didn't really get that. Why? Because she walked through the fucking crowd? Big deal.
I think that was for Mark Heat because she's the Roman Reigns of the women's division. That's the way I took it. Right?
I guess.
No?
No. I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate that.
Anyway.
I blocked it out from my brain.
Daniel
brain.
Daniel Price joining us.
Number 2.
The reason I had Daniel Bryan on the mind is because topic number 2 is called Hemp Belt Rules, Brian.
I love
it. This is the Elimination Chamber update. Before I get into any of the details, Brian, didn't this feel like a go-home show with the melee, the way it went off the air with all 6 guys that are in the chamber up there, even Rowan, so 7 guys out there?
A little bit, but with so many of those guys being involved in that event next week.
What event next week?
What do you mean? Elimination Chamber.
12 days.
12 days. Sorry, you know what I mean.
Yeah. No. You've asked me like 3
Next
times
week.
off
What
the
the
air.
fuck? What the fuck you talk about?
Next week will be the go-home show.
Asshole. Okay, but it's still next week, you dick. I'm not saying the next
No, it's
show.
not. It's 12 days away, Brian. A week is 7 days, asshole. You really want to argue this with me? 12 days and 7 are not the same fucking thing, you dick.
All right. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Either way, it did kind of feel like a go-home show. But, I mean, they're just going to do the same thing next week, right? Maybe just with mix up the people and there's that.
I like what Berto has to say, other than Charlotte told that fart of a joke. He said check the tape.
What fucking – today's the 5th, right?
Yeah. It's on the 17th. Which 17?
Oh, okay. I thought it was on like the – okay. I thought it was before then.
No. Anyway, Berto says they could have done, and I'm kind of in favor of this, beat the clock challenges between chamber opponents.
For what?
To see who's the last one in or who starts. They could have the loser be the starter, and they could have the winner be guaranteed last. It adds a little bit of an element. I mean, we know for sure in the other chamber match that Nia and Tamina are going to start it. Juan says, does WWE belt catch fire? Would it smell like weed? Well, if it's truly hemp, yeah.
It'll smell like it, but it won't get you high.
Yeah, no.
If that's what you're asking.
Yeah, it'll smell like it, but the smoke will be very much like a campfire smoke.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Animosity in the Marked Out studio. Don't take a shit, Brian. Lay the smark down. About what? Being wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really defend that. So
I mean, this isn't even an opinion.
There's 7 days in a week.
Yeah. There's 12 days between now and then. Yeah. I mean, this is the one time you really don't have a fucking leg to stand on.
I could not. Yeah, I know my battles.
I hope Anaconda Vice picks his battles better now that he's a married man, or that won't last. If it catches fire, Matt Riddle will be the first to have it, Bangba says.
Yeah, they were in Portland. I think I feel like everyone on Raw last night was high, especially Drew McIntyre, all those guys. They all had, or they were crying.
Yeah, Rob said, or they were crying thinking Kurt was going to retire. Let's see. Teddy, Hall of Fame. No, we can't put him in because he's white. Sorry, Juan.
Yeah.
I know you want that to happen.
It's true.
Here's my prediction from Bang Bus. Daniel loses. After the match, they all come in and force feed him chicken for a big pop.
Oh, my God.
Okay, that's great. That's not going to happen.
No.
They didn't create this belt. They're not going to go into Mania as hot as Daniel Bryan, Captain Planet, is without doing it. Even Justin says there's 7 days in a week, Brian. You can go to the archives for that one. It's a fact. Don't talk about her ovaries.
Hey, fuck you, Berto.
Let's talk about Rhonda. Anyway, Brian sucks. Don't give him his own show again. He doesn't even have to be on the main shows. That's what Berto says.
Yeah.
You got to read that before you say fuck you to him, because otherwise it's like Jeopardy. You give your response without the reason behind it.
Oh, no. Well, he knows why I'm saying that. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. He knows.
He
I don't
knows
care if
deep
everyone
down.
else
Well, you
does.
could type it because the podcast people don't know.
Yeah, but I'd rather just say it. That
Anyway.
was more of a verbal one.
All right,
Yeah.
sure.
Number 3.
Dude, Raw got the shaft. What I mean by that is the Raw women got the shaft. And I don't mean that in some Pornhub way. I mean, every Raw tag team had to qualify for the Elimination Chamber Women's inaugural title match, whatever you want to call it. That if everything I said there was correct.
I gotcha.
SmackDown. Hey,
You just
Naomi, Carmella, you want to? Yeah, the two of us are going to. We're in.
You just have to ask.
These two right here. We grabbed number 6. We're the last team in.
Yeah.
Who the fuck thinks that anyone wants them? Number 1, number 2, that they're going to win. How in the hell would Naomi and Carmella be a good fit? Tamina and Nia have been working together for a while. I predicted fucking months ago before they even announced the tag titles. I think it was back at Evolution. Actually, it was before Evolution. It was before SummerSlam. That Sasha and Bayley, when they ended their feud and made them friends again, that they were going to be the tag team. They even have their own shirts. Iconics, I get that. They're a real tag team. Absolution, despite the Page breakup, is a real team, and so is the Riot Squad. So the team you use tonight is a Frankenstein of two girls who are better off as NBA dancers. Sorry to say.
Yeah.
Fickle.
I mean, on SmackDown, all you got to do is ask, man. Even Becky, like, all she's got to do is just go to the doctor and just ask her, check her knee, like, and then she's okay.
Oh, we're back to that.
Yeah, like, all you got to do is ask on SmackDown. That's it. Land of opportunity.
That was funny, though.
Right?
I like how Triple H, going back, I like how Triple H said everything that we were saying last night. Just go to the doctor.
Just go.
That was the name of our fucking topic.
Just go.
I feel like they mic us.
They
somewhere
could.
in here.
I don't know. It's possible.
They know
There
we're
are
smart.
A shit ton of wires just hanging everywhere.
And they're like, these guys don't get enough ratings, so we know nobody's going to like really know that these ideas came from them.
Right.
But if you check the fucking
shit.
tape, we're always right.
It's true.
Brian or Berto says, I know you're hating hot women on your TV. No, I have nothing against hot women. I have nothing against women in general. I want to watch women that
I think he's talking
are
to me.
athletic. Oh, you?
Yeah.
Because you're gay?
He's all what? He's all butthurt about the whole thing that started with Alexa a few weeks ago.
Oh,
and
which
my
part?
opinions on it.
Which part?
About how Alexa should not have been put in that role.
Which role?
With where she was just holding a towel over her. It was just
the backstage
yes,
thing?
it was just tasteless, Adam. It was just very tasteless. That's what it was.
Justin says, yeah, Frankenstein, Naomi, and Mella put it in Adams not watching this file. Yeah. I mean, if it weren't a chamber, I honestly probably wouldn't watch this match. But it is, so I'm going to watch. And I hope it's good. Who knows? Until then, Brian, if you don't have anything else to say, I'm going to move on.
No, I mean, if we want to,
this is a quick.
If we want to get into the tag team titles on SmackDown, we just got to ask. That's all it comes down to.
Number 4, demotion part 2. So, Rusev and Nakamura, after challenging for titles, get relegated back to the mid card. After losing the mid card, they're now this week in the tag division. Where do they go next? Unemployment?
AEW?
Knock for sure.
Yeah. You think so?
Oh yeah.
He can surf all he wants.
Yeah. I think Knock is wow. He's just dead set on where he goes. Juan says he's still in shock that God let Adam procreate. My genes belong in the next generation, Juan. Don't hate that I got 2 of them out there. And Captain Obvious saying Adam and Jesus in the same sentence. Those 2 Jews are not the same. One of these Jews is not like the other. Brian.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is a sign of them putting them together? Because I think a lot of this, everybody leaving in April, is smokescreen.
They're just going to put Dean with them, too. Just throw everyone together that's leaving.
Well, Dean and Rusev, Rob pointed out, they make Diva money. Total Divas money. So even if Dean leaves, if Renee's still on Total Divas, he's going to be on there in some capacity. And Rusev can't leave
to
go to AEW without without losing the Total Divas money and his wife being removed from the show, you would think. Because I still believe that Dean and Rusev are the works, and everybody else is live bait. I think Knock, AJ, some of these are live to go.
I don't think that. You said Dean's going to be on. There's no way he's going to be on Total Divas after his contract ends, even though his wife is on the show.
Why wouldn't he?
Because he's not on He's not a WWE wrestler.
Daniel Bryan was on.
Okay, but what about if he goes to another company? Okay, if he goes to another wrestling company, you think they're going to put Dean Ambrose on their TV?
No, if he goes to another wrestling company, I think that they're going to take his wife off.
So she's going to get the...
Because if they're doing a reality TV show and your husband is never seen, is it really reality?
Dude, the show is not reality.
Okay, I know. Nothing is.
Chrisley is
nothing
more
is.
Fucking real
Put a
than
fucking regular old-ass Polaroid in front of somebody, and they don't act the same way as if you take the picture when they don't know. The only real reality TV show are closed-circuit TVs of people just that don't know they're being filmed.
And the real world, San Francisco. Fucking puck.
Berto says he bets Rusev and Knock get the tag titles before Revival. I don't know. I'm willing to bet Rusev's the only one around after Mania, so that's just my thing. Dean said if he left WWE, he'd want to do a death match because they pay good. Bangba says, great. Chrisley knows dicks is what I like to call it. Berto says.
Did you hear about what Rusev said on Lillian Garcia's podcast? Now that we're on, the topic.
Fucking Okala. No, we've been on this topic. I set you up forever to sell it. Now you want to go to it, but go ahead.
Because we're fucking talking about it.
I know,
but
I was expecting.
I'm sorry,
you to
it wasn't
take
on
it over.
your time. I can't read your goddamn mind.
Segways.
You fucking spoiled brat.
It's your turn.
He's an angry elf.
That's
Rusev goes on to
tonight.
say he was on Chasing Glory with Lillian Garcia recently, and he said it meant a lot because it was the championship I ever won. Him talking about the U.S. championship. Then Rusev goes on to say it kind of hurts me because nobody cares about it. It feels like I'm the only one that cares about that title. I wanted to make it bigger. I wanted to make it what it was when I wrestled John Cena for it. It seems like every time somebody else has it, I'm sorry, it seems like every time somebody else has it, nothing happens. Now that I lost it, the title belt is going to get lost again, and I'm going to get lost probably too, which is true. I think it's definitely true.
R-Truth wasn't even on tonight, a week after winning the title. He fought twice last week. He wasn't even on this week.
No, it's going to get relegated to fucking dark matches and live events.
Teddy says you're turning into Rob.
He's an angry
Oh,
elf.
because I'm getting angry.
Yeah, and Bang Bus wants to point out that Deathmatch is apparently a match that CZW does. I know who CZW is. I know who John Moxley is. I had no idea that was a match.
He surprisingly does know who John Moxley is. Yeah. They're the same person, by the way, Adam.
Let's see. What is he? Berto says Adam and Steve would be the greatest booth in MOWP history. Throw Rob in there without the laugh.
Yeah, Berto's giving me shit. Fuck you, Berto.
Oh, Hall of Fame in the house. Trollberg just showed up.
Yo, yo.
And High Off Gas wants me to read this. He said I'm ignoring him. Daniel isn't hot. He's a heel getting cheered. Hot would be getting booed and beat up after every shot like the 90s Heat.
Well, you can't judge it on tonight because they were in Portland. And he was even kind of backing the crowd just because they're also very, they're
Brian.
very eco-friendly. What?
That's so topic 2.
Ninja, please.
That's so topic
Why'd
2.
you read the comment then, man?
Because he got mad. He got butthurt on the board.
Okay, well.
That I didn't read his topic.
Why don't you make sure you read the comments before you actually read them?
Berto wants to point out this is the biggest attendance ever for the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast Hall of Fame. We got 1/3 of our membership on the board.
Oh shit!
And do we know that Trollberg's white? We don't know that Upload is white.
We don't know, and you know what? I don't really.
All we
care
know
to
is that Hitman is. So
yeah, I think you're the only one that really cares.
Yeah,
to know.
Juan and Berto are calling us racist and assuming.
Well, I think that's more of a bomb squad thing. I wouldn't really.
Ooh, Alex Carter says if Dean were to leave, would Renee go with him? You know, what if Renee was like the Michael Cole of AEW?
I feel like the Bomb Squad watches Alex Jones podcasts and TV shows and stuff.
I feel like the Bomb Squad, if they're like me, has no idea who Alex Jones is or what you're talking about.
You don't know who Alex Jones is?
Does it sound like I do?
Don't lie.
I clearly don't.
Is that Alex Jones? Is he calling?
Yeah. It's the ghost of Alex Jones.
No, Alex.
You know what's coming up after the break. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we are going to be doing, Brian, are you ready for it?
What's that?
It'll be our awards when we come back. Until then, take care of housekeeping and our commercial. Buy a shirt.
Go buy a t-shirt.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Housekeeping.
Not now.
Housekeeping.
Go away.
Here are your Marked Out Wrestling housekeeping notes. Stay informed through social media by following us on Facebook, facebook.com/markedoutthe1, Instagram @markedouttwrestling, Twitter @SmartMarkShow. Join us live and subscribe on YouTube, Marked Out Wrestling Podcast, or Twitch, Marked Out Wrestling. Listen to us using Apple Podcast, iTunes, or Podbean the following day. Send us your thoughts and opinions, or upload your custom audio segments to us using WeTransfer.com via email, markedoutpodcast@gmail.com. MOWP are members of the Electronic Media Collective and Bubba the Love Sponges, Bubba Radio Army. You can listen to us on demand on either platform. Get connected. Get connected.
Oh, my God!
I said no. Okay, I clean. I stick finger in your mouth. Housekeeping.
Okay.
Okay.
Show me the money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Hello, Marked Out Wrestling listener family. This is Rody Rob, the executive producer of the show, and I'm excited to tell you about some great ways to help us continue to bring you great pro wrestling fan perspective in the coming year. Visit markedoutgear.com and browse our new line of apparel and gear. You can grab a shirt or gear with some of our favorite catchphrases from the show or some of our original concepts. And don't forget to use the promo code SmartMarkShow for 10% off of your entire order. Independent wrestlers, we'd love to support your growth by offering you a platform to market yourself. Email us, markedoutgear@gmail.com, if you are interested. We will take a minimal cut while giving you up to 90% of the profits. Also, join one of our monthly tiers on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/markedouttwrestling, and if you choose the Marking Out tier of $20 a month, we will send you an MOWP shirt as a thank you. Finally, visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code MARKEDOUT, that's all caps and one word, to receive 10% off of your entire order of Al Snow's popular pro wrestling brand apparel.
Show me the money! Show me the money! You my motherfucker!
And thank you for your support.
And here we are back in the studio. I'll unmute Brian so he can talk as well, and I'll change the camera slide.
Always muted.
We are back to do this.
We're going to give you what you want. Something new, something fresh. In the coming weeks and months, you will be seeing new...
Recorded live from the White Table Studios, it's the Smarky Awards.
Sorry, I'm fighting with JD. He deserves it. Over there on the board, Chris Benoit, bullshit. All your hate. You deserve my wrath. I've been sober for 7 hours, High Off Gas says. Check the tape. Your comments show that you aren't. We got 5 awards, Brian. You ready for them?
Always, man.
It's the Marked Out Award, the best match. Well, that sucked. LOL and the pink slip. Let's get it going, Brian, with you. What made you mark out tonight?
It's low-hanging fruit, but that RKO to Mustafa Ali from Randy Orton from the top rope. Just the way – it was so simple. Like, he didn't do anything crazy as far as the bump, but that's Randy Orton's thing, man, right? Out of nowhere, and he totally hit it, and it looked great. It was awesome.
I just – you and I had an argument. Let's break kayfabe for a minute. Not an argument. We had a discussion.
Yeah.
About the ability of Randy to go with Mustafa Ali and his work ethic. Back in the Legend Killer days, he went much more, I guess, aggressive in a bunch of different styles and movesets that he could possibly work into a match. He was very creative, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Now he's not so much. I said that WWE limited his moveset. You said, here's a guy that's known for being a lazy worker who doesn't really care that much and phones it in. Are you sure that he didn't do it to himself? And I want to kind of have that discussion on air. I know Randy's had his pot issues and work ethic stuff, but I believe that it still stems a little bit from them limiting his moveset and him being like, fuck it, if I don't have to get all that creative, I just got to do these 10 moves. I'll just show up and do these 10 moves.
I definitely think he's at a point in his career where he's like, I guess if you want to call it a cruising altitude, right? Like he's just on cruise control. He doesn't have to do anything like crazy. He doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to mail it in. He just kind of has to just kind of stay the line, and he's good. He used to do. Remember the thing he used to do? It almost looked like a headlock takeover, but he had the guy almost backwards, so it was like almost like a backbreaker. Like he never does that anymore. He doesn't really do the. I guess he does the DDT from the ropes, right? He still
not
does,
as much.
Not as much, but he's still kind of.
He hasn't had as many matches though. A lot of his has been just attacks out of nowhere and stuff like that.
Right, but that snap power slam that he does off the ropes.
That's a good one.
And
he's a very talented guy, and in the varying ways that he's set up an RKO, I think it is. There's been a lot of super RKOs. This one was kind of a half super. Tonight because he just kicked out his legs and he fell and grabbed him, but I did like it. 10 moves ? Bangbus says that's 7 more than Finn Balor. Shut up. Marked out top rope RKO for Justin. He's agreeing with you. Mine is going to be Daniel Bryan in Washington. Hear me out and why. The Canadians, if they're heels, go to Canada and get cheered, right? But have we ever seen somebody in the U.S. that's a heel that got all that cheer and adulation? He played to that crowd beautifully, and I loved watching it. It was like the Pied Piper, just making them all follow his lead. It wasn't until they shit on Rowan that he then was like, hey, motherfuckers, let my man talk. Don't what him, But I do think that he got a little bit too much in the repetition of his lines. Marked out award for Stike. Samoa Joe, he did his own coquina clutch out of nowhere on Randy. That's great. CM Skunk for Berto. Who knows where he's talking about. Dean Ambrose only has 3 moves. Juan has definitely done the old up squirrel and got distracted, so he's not paying attention anymore. Any other marked outs on the board that I missed? Mustafa Shiner.
Yeah,
Captain Obvious. Forgot to mention that.
Yeah, did you happen to notice how he got it?
I didn't see which move, but hell, fuck it. Segue to the next one is best match. Randy and Mustafa had the best match. Jeff and Daniel Bryan was fine.
I was gonna say that was a solid one too. That was gonna be my
solid.
Other answer.
Definitely the women's triple threat was just garbage, dog shit.
Yeah.
But
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, and Jeff and Daniel Bryan were good, but Mustafa and Randy was something different. There was something a little bit special about that. I liked a lot of the exchange. I liked the almost win of a count out over Randy. I liked the almost finish that Mustafa got. It was a good match. I really liked it, as opposed to the other one. What would your best match be?
Best match, I'm going to have to go with the main event. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I know there was a lot of kind of, outside stuff going on and whatnot, but I do think that that the whole thing went over well. Yeah. If it wasn't for that one, obviously I'd have to go with.
Do you think Jeff Hardy would have won? If that, I mean, like,
would have won.
Were they I know, but were they making you try to think that he's a legit contender for the Elimination Chamber? Because I don't see the strap in his future, unless it's a charity pity strap.
Jeff Hardy, you're talking about?
Yeah.
No, I don't see him winning either. No.
So Rowan didn't need to get involved. I feel maybe it was just to protect Jeff. If that's what it was, good booking. But to me, it made Daniel Bryan look like he was going to get pinned without Rowan. Yeah, everybody, Alex Carter's saying the same thing. Bang Bus, Stike, Justin, all say Ali and Orton. So they agree with me, not you, which is par for the course tonight. Nobody seems to like you.
Yeah, that's all right.
Main event was Weak Sauce. Anaconda Vice says, see, even he knows it. Well, that sucked. Well, that sucked for me.
Oh.
I don't know what sucked.
Women?
Yeah, the whole women's segment.
Not the opening one. Not the opening one, right?
No, the triple threat tag match of women who just declare their spot in the Elimination Chamber.
I declare I'm in the chamber.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. No, I mean this whole thing was stupid.
Oh yeah.
And we still got one more week of it.
Who's gonna jump off the chamber?
I don't. Oh, is that what we know? Mustafa Ali is.
No, in the women's.
Yeah, for the women, I don't know. Tamina?
No.
Why not? So. Oh, because she can't climb up there.
No.
Is that what you're saying, Brian?
I didn't say anything. You said that.
No, you said it. You
What
clearly
about?
said it.
What about Naomi?
Feel the glow?
Yeah, she could jump off there. Or
Liv?
No.
I feel like somebody like Liv could jump, or somebody like Carmella could jump if like Nia or Tamina or somebody could catch her, or they landed on a sea of girls. Maybe Sasha jumps off there. Sasha's always killing herself.
That's true. She does. She is pretty crazy.
So, well, that sucked. Lana covering her feet. Let the bad boys out, Bengla says. Well, that sucked. Charlotte's promo, she was pretty bad on the mic, in my opinion, Night. I don't know.
I didn't think so.
I said
What?
earlier, I thought she was pretty bad on the eyes. I don't know about the mic. The Take My Dad's Name, Roman's entrance. I don't know. I didn't think it was horrible.
Everyone's a fucking Charlotte hater. I don't get it.
I mean, I'm a hater of her, but I'm a hater of her because of the way she's booked. Women's triple threat, Sasha will jump off. Well, that sucked. That's Stike, so he was right there with me. He just got out a little later. Well, that sucked. Carl Anderson wearing powder blue tights.
He's been wearing those for a while.
Yeah, I didn't mind that, Alex Carter, because they were close to Nightwing colors. And Sasha would botch the jump and land on the ropes, Big
Maybe.
Buzz says.
Potentially.
Justin's final, well, that sucked. Brian not knowing they were at the Angel of the Winds arena in Everett, Washington. You said they were in Oregon again tonight.
Weren't they in Portland?
No.
Oh, Raw was in Portland.
Raw was in Portland, Oregon last night.
Fuck.
He was in Washington. They were saying the son of Washington. The whole topic was about the fact that he was a face in Washington,
All right,
where
well,
he's a heel everywhere else. But
bottom line is they all were high, right?
I just love that Justin called you out.
Yeah,
I didn't
thank
even
you
have
for
to
that.
do it.
Thank you, Justin. Thank
the
you.
board fucking hates you tonight.
That's okay. That's okay. It's a state of the union tonight, and Leslie Nielsen's on TV, and there's a lot going on.
My LOL for the night is going to be Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and sort of Jeff Hardy not being able to say WWE correctly.
WWE.
Make a lucha.
Make a good lucha thing.
Brian, what's yours?
My LOL would have to no LOL. Are we at LOL?
This is LOL.
LOL. Would be a heel Rowan wearing. I just love the fact that he just wears like metal T-shirts now to depict how.
And what was
he
his
is.
metal T-shirt?
Tonight? He was wearing I believe it was a Amon Amarth. Yeah, they're kind
what
of.
was that? Amon
Amarth. They're. I want to say they're like a Viking metal band.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin's gone. They need a new punching bag. Don't worry, Brian. You're the man. That's what Anaconda Vice
please, Vice. Fuck off.
The board thinks
Not
you're the punching bag.
Not even true.
He also says Ailstorm was last week. That's
it's
pirate
true.
metal.
Yeah. Pirate metal. There you go.
Daniel Bryan telling the crowd, "How dare you?" What chant to Rowan? That's from Stike for his LOL. The women's tag match is an LOL for Justin.
Well, it's clearly because they were in Portland. So.
Berto just typed LOL. That's all he wanted to put. Next week, Juan, we'll talk about. I believe we'll find out where Rowan's partner is next week. Not saying he's returning or anything. I'm just saying that. LOL. Joe saying to Jeff, "Act like this is AA and shut up" when he's discussing with the group.
Speaking of Rowan's counterpart, have I ever shared with you what I think his gimmick should be?
Which one, Harper?
Yeah.
Let me have it.
He should be an evil yoga instructor. Right?
Yeah. That's like a Bobby the Brain Heenan evil dentist thing.
He looks like one.
LOL Brian being a botch tonight. Oh, biatch
tonight.
Captain Obvious says. And High Off Gas says, LOL Joe backing down when Rowan came out. Come on. Joe would destroy him, he says. It's not bad. Not bad. We need a Tuesday night dark match. Conspiracy theories got eaten alive by Rob last night. Not cool. Yeah, Rob's not cool.
I don't even think we talked about any conspiracy theories. We just started rattling them off and then never actually
I
discussed
kept trying
any
to
of them.
talk to Rob, and he's like, whatever, those are facts.
But then what about this one?
Those are facts. Remember I kept saying, he goes, well, it's not really a conspiracy theory. Like, everything I was bringing up. Like, what do you want to talk? Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster? Are those conspiracy theories? Like,
9/11 was an inside jobber.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Rob did ruin it because, what wasn't he still serving around that time? Maybe it's a touchy. Maybe he was the insider.
I don't know. Maybe it was Dave Meltzer.
Does podcast, count as like being under oath or perjury? Maybe that's why you didn't want to say anything.
It depends what you say.
Don't forget Rob nutted on his friend's taco. Nope, we won't forget that. I know a good 100 conspiracy theories. Lisa Lamb. I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh, anyway. Final one is the pink slip. I'm going to kick it off. It's the Usos. I'm sorry. What's new? Why should I care about you? Why are you involved in this match? Are you really going to beat the Shiz? Ryan? Who's your pink slip get?
My pink slip would have to go to...
You can give it to the board if you want to.
Yeah, you know what? Great idea. Thank you for that, Adam. I'm going to give it to Berto tonight, actually.
Oh,
yeah,
Berto.
Berto's getting it. He's recently been on my shit list. So, yeah, keep it fucking coming, buddy.
All right.
Let's go.
Berto getting the
Let's
pink
go,
slip
Berto.
from the board.
You get my pink slip. No yellow card. You're just going fucking right to the red card, buddy.
Mela and Naomi, Elam and Imone for Justin are getting the pink slip. Mine, I already said, is the Usos. Anybody else on the board want to contribute? If you have a good one, maybe I'll read it. But until then, I have to let Brian educate me.
Oh, it's that part of the show. It's that part of the show.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Actually, there's something we haven't discussed yet that happened kind of around yesterday, and then news broke last night after Raw. Otis and Tucker.
Tucky.
All right, they no longer have last names. They finally couldn't escape it. You know.
Okay, I don't give a shit about Tucker.
Biggie. Who else?
What is he? Biggie Langston. He used to be.
He used to be Biggie Langston. Yeah.
I don't give a shit about Tucker. Tucker Knight.
What about Otis?
But Otis. Dozovich. Dozer.
Okay, but why do they keep fucking doing this? Why do they keep they created them? Exactly. Andrade too. They created all these people and fucking built them in NXT just to bring them up and neuter them. I don't get it. So don't get used to Dozovic and don't get used to Knight. Now they're just Otis and Tucker. I wonder what's gonna happen with like AOP. Like they could just be like the authors. Right?
What's Drake Maverick? Just call him Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
He'll be Drake.
He's
Drake.
Yeah. Isn't that a rapper?
You're Shinsuke.
I don't
You
care.
don't have a last name. God damn it. Lockbox. So that happened last night. And then also on the network, if you haven't watched the new Edge and Christian show, I don't know if you saw, Adam, but they had it on the teaser. They had the Bullet Club logo.
The first one was great, but after that it went.
Do you remember when they had the
boring.
when they're wearing the Bullet Club T-shirts and they're kind of talking like internet and just acting like fucking like us? No,
Nope.
no. Well, now WWE found it for whatever reason. Now they're blurring it. That's a thing that happened now. So what we thought was kind of a cool thing with them being able to wear Bullet Club T-shirts on WWE Network's programming. Not so much. Now it's all blurred and.
What about, have you watched the club's new show yet?
I haven't, no.
It's a bunch of botches. I'm wondering if it's WWE or if it's like outside company botches, and then even crazier, how can they show it?
I think they showed.
Or is it like Shockmaster, like it's old
They
stuff?
did a little bit of both, but I believe they also showed like it was almost like Botchamania style, where they just had like some just random indies, but it was like kind of quick. I think I haven't watched the show, but I did read some of the news about it and stuff and notes about it. So, yeah.
Bangba says, let's be honest, we all hate name changes, but do we really care about heavy machinery? I care about Dozovich.
I care that they fucking they created these guys. It's not like they had these names on the indies and then came in and then they decided
Lars Sullivan is just going to be Lars when he gets,
right.
Yeah.
So
certain things don't make sense.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Botch Club got canceled, Adam. Oh. Wow.
It did, yeah. Well, I know they had Carl Anderson was on the record. I think he said on Twitter that
it only had like 2 episodes.
Yeah, but he said I think someone asked him if they were going to shoot any new ones, and he said no, or he said I don't think so, or not in the time, not in the next.
Not before they go to AEW.
Exactly. Ring of Honor officially signed PJ Black, the former Justin Gabriel. So he's
who is PJ? Oh, PJ Black is Justin Gabriel.
Justin Gabriel, come on, man.
I do know Justin Gabriel.
Flexing your indie muscle.
Core member, NXT or original Nexus member.
There you go. There you go.
Back when NXT was a game show.
That's right. That's right. When it was a game show. Let's see. There's reported injury updates on Seth Rollins and AJ Styles, but obviously AJ is okay because we saw him out here.
Yeah. Oh, is that why Seth was off last night?
Yeah, give him a break. Give him a little bit of a break.
Give me a break.
Styles does have a hernia, but obviously he seemed to be pretty okay. He did his springboard.
What's the recovery type thing for hernia?
Never had one. Couldn't tell you. I feel like Rob's had one.
Oh, I'm sure. Rob is a hernia.
Rob is a hernia. No, Seth is having issues with the bad back. So it's not like he's going to miss his match or anything for Mania, but I think they're just kind of giving him some time to rest up. But I don't know. I think they could have used him a little bit on the show last night. He doesn't have to be in a wrestling capacity, but I don't know. Have him via satellite or do something, right? He could talk. He can go in front of the crowd.
Yeah, why couldn't he cut a promo?
Like I feel like last night there was just it was lacking in any kind of real
pop.
Well, just any kind of like big time, WWE Raw member, superstar or whatever.
Well, yeah, and the main event was everything was just hodgepodge thrown together.
Right.
Nothing was quite what we wanted.
No.
Yeah. Anything else? Who? So PJ Black.
Black.
I'm trying to remember.
Before we kind of venture out of here.
Is he still from South Africa?
Yeah, man. What do you mean? Is he still? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston's not from Jamaica, but he was at one time.
And then just to clarify, because Adam, I know you've been losing sleep. You've been texting me at fucking 5 a.m. asking me, what is the Lucha Brothers contract status with MLW now that Chris Jericho has already said that they're going to be.
Wait.
What?
What is MLW?
What is MLW?
Yeah, what is MLW?
That is Major League Wrestling, Adam.
That's
one of the other big
Ricky
indies
Vaughn
that's around. No, not Ricky Vaughn. No.
Wild thing.
No. This isn't. What the fuck? What was that
you
called?
make my heart
Major League.
sing.
Yeah. No. Major League Wrestling. It's one of the top tier indies that's going on right now. That's where MJF was. They had Low Key. They've got a lot of the guys that you've heard of.
I have heard of
Filthy
Low-Key.
Tom Lawler is their champion right now.
That I have not. I've heard. Oh wait, Tom Lawler.
Yeah.
Is he related?
No. No.
Okay, then I haven't heard of him.
Yeah. But anyway, the Lucha Brothers,
Ray
Phoenix, and Pentagon Jr. They have not.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Yes.
I didn't know they. Since when have they called themselves the Lucha Brothers?
When they tagged together.
But I'm saying, is this a new thing? Like 6 months? Is this 6 years?
No,
is this forever.
It's been their thing. It's been their thing for
since the Major Brothers.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, yeah. So see, you're talking all smug and shit, but I'm
not smug. No,
I've heard.
Don't project.
I've heard of Phoenix.
You've heard of Phoenix. What about Pentagon Jr.?
Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix I've heard of because of All In. That was when I discovered who they were.
So exactly. So they don't have exclusive contracts with All Elite Wrestling. They do have just kind of like a handshake agreement that they can work those shows. However, they do have they're currently under contract with AAA, Lucha Underground, and MLW.
I know, Berto. That's why we have to. Berto says, remember when Brian was an up-and-coming talent on the indie? Nobody remembers that either. Yeah, I think that's why there's a little place in Brian's heart, to acknowledge these guys, some of whom who are never going to make anything of themselves. Some of whom have
what the
already
fuck you
gone
talking about?
through WWE
so
and
Ray
bottomed
Phoenix
out.
and Pentagon Jr., you don't think they're going to make anything?
Some of whom.
I remember.
I think Justin Gabriel's already bottomed out. He was okay. No offense, and I don't care how many times they want to change their name, but Justin Gabriel, Evan Bourne, that style, Paul London, even maybe Brian Kendrick a little bit, Shannon Moore, they're all the same to me.
What does that mean?
They didn't do anything that was like so amazing that separated themselves, like compared to I say like the Chris Sabins and the Roderick Strongs and the AJ Styles of the same like body type, I guess you could say, or moveset type or aerial ability. They never excited me.
You're anti-indie.
No. There's plenty of the never mind. Go on.
No.
I hate you. I'm going to throw this bottle at you.
Please don't.
Too late, I missed.
Yeah. So they still, so apparently they're still going to wrestle for both companies. But Chris Jericho, he on Twitter announced that they exclusively for all Elite Wrestling had both of those guys, but now that's not the case, and he has since deleted that tweet.
So Jericho said they were exclusive.
Yeah, but they're not. They can't be.
Do you think he let it out of the bag, or?
No, it's not that they let him out of the bag because the Bucks appeared. They had a match recently with the Lucha Brothers, and they kind of
No,
did it.
But I'm saying like that saying they're exclusive. Like maybe they're trying to get out of NJPW, and Jericho just jumped the gun.
What are you talking about, NJPW? Who are you talking about? What fucking?
Where are Phoenix? Where are they contractually obligated to?
AAA, Lucha Underground, and MLW.
Oh.
Not
Shit.
NJPW.
Wait, so they're contracted to 3 other companies?
Correct.
All right, never mind. I don't know.
So they're all tied up.
I don't know why
there.
I tried to talk about this.
Well, because they're some of the top guys that are out there, and for them to even be able to wrestle on all those companies is a pretty unique thing.
And a gun device. He's funny. He says, Flaky Adam and Brian, you guys going to TakeOver or Mania? Ticket discussion ghosted harder than Kevin on a Tuesday. Yeah, we didn't even get to say goodbye to Kevin. He's just
Seriously?
like, by the way, I got to move. I'm leaving. I'm going.
No,
Bye.
for real. He told us. He was like, guys, I'm not going to be able to be there Tuesday. Oh, by the way, I'm moving to California.
On Saturday. Yeah, can't be there Tuesday. I'm moving Saturday. Peace out. Yeah, you want to talk about ghosted harder than Kevin on a Tuesdays. What the fuck? Check the tape. We'll never hear from him again.
Yeah.
What about Impact, Brian? Are they contracted to Impact?
Well,
I had to read that snide.
No,
I think
that's
the
true.
way Captain Obvious.
Yeah, that's true.
Wanted it to be.
I'm not seeing anything with Impact, but I know they're there or have been there. So it'll be interesting once.
So they're just free agents.
All elite,
They just do whatever
They're
the
not
hell they
necessarily free agents, but they're that good where they can kind of negotiate the fact that they want to be able to bounce around and not be tied down to one specific company. If that makes sense.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, that to me that didn't work out so well for those CWC guys. Who?
Yeah. Imagine if like Zack Sabre Jr. and fucking Kota Ibushi, if they had signed that first year, I bet you like
CWC or 205 Live would have been worth the shit.
Well, no. I just mean like imagine if they had signed, and I don't know. I think 205 Live would have. It's exactly where I think it would have been. Had those guys been there also. I don't think they would have changed anything. I just think, imagine if they had signed and how miserable they would be. Like, those guys don't deserve, like, they don't belong in the WWE umbrella, in my opinion.
True. But it's like, I mean, you're in the MOWP or MOWP umbrella. You don't kind of really belong here.
Well, you don't really belong in like the Life umbrella.
You got anything else in the
Triple H also announced that he wants to have performance centers in the Middle East.
That should happen.
And he also wants to have them
without journalists, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully. Maybe in India. There could be one in India.
Are women allowed in the PCs there?
Adam.
I'm talking about in the Middle East. No, I'm being serious.
I've never been. Have you been?
Have
you been to the Middle East, Adam?
I have not. This is only one place I would probably be accepted.
There? You're not accepted here.
Moving on. What else you got?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
Really?
What do you got?
This is your segment. If it's not, then I'll close it out.
Yeah.
Don't forget, guys, go on to iTunes. Anyone who leaves us a comment between now and WrestleMania will receive a marked out gear prize pack, courtesy of me.
That's not true.
What do you mean?
Everyone that leaves a comment is going to receive a marked out prize pack?
Oh, no, not everyone.
Okay.
Everyone who.
Why don't you fucking get your shit together?
Everyone who leaves a comment and reviews us, review and rate us on iTunes will be eligible for a marked out gear prize pack. We are going to select a person at random from whoever leaves a comment between now and WrestleMania, and the winner will get their choice. We'll give you some shirt options. Go on the site and check it out. We'll let you kind of make your own prize pack if you are the winner, instead of just giving you something you might not like. what kind of contest can be better than that, Brian?
Right? You get to pick what the fuck you want.
Right, yeah, and that way, I mean, you're not going to be disappointed, right? I mean, I don't win a whole lot of stuff, but the few things I have won, I've been like, man, I didn't fucking want this. Why did I use my luck on this shit?
Right. No, we'll get you the size,
We'll get you the style.
We'll have a tailor. We're going to send him first class to you. You'll have to pick him up at the airport. But you'll have to pay for his boarding and stuff.
And the alterations.
Yeah,
we
and
are
the
not
alterations.
For the record, we are not covering the alterations.
No. But the t-shirt's free.
Yeah, can't beat that.
So,
speed round, Brian. Real quick, next week's the go home show. Who do you got to win the Chambers? Let's start with the women.
Say all the competitors.
In the women's, it's going to be Bossy Hug, Samoan Twat Team, Iconics, Absolution, Riot Squad, and Naomi and Mella.
Boston Hug.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with Boston Hug because I think I predicted it all the way back after Money in the Bank last year before SummerSlam. So why would I change my pick now? Because I could have a big fucking I told you so of almost 9 months.
Right.
Not going to let that go for sure. Men's Chamber. Daniel Bryan. I think it's too obvious.
Yeah, same.
No way AJ wins. No way Mustafa wins. Jeff doesn't need a title run. Randy, nope.
I feel like they can't even change.
And they're not going to give it to Joe.
Well, they can't change the title holder just because they just introduced this fucking awesome new belt, right? You can't just
Which
take
is
it away.
why I wanted this to be a contender match.
Although, we haven't looked back to see how long did Stone Cold have the Flaming
Skull?
The Smoking Skulls belt. Because that wasn't around for that long either.
Right, but take John Cena's spinner belt. Okay, remember he lost it, and Miz turned it into an M, and it was a gimmick. But that belt stayed around for a while, even after the Miz. Just it no longer was a spinner. You remember?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was okay. There is no excuse for anyone else to hold on to this title. It doesn't make sense for the gimmick. It's just like Daniel Bryan said, they would slap it back on some leather.
Nope. I have one person.
Jeff Hardy, because he could smoke it. Matt Riddle, because he could smoke it.
Sabu.
What would Sabu do?
He would probably smoke it and then also do fucking
homicidal,
PCP.
genocidal.
How about this? What if we have a returning CJ Parker? He comes back from New Japan and takes over his...
Who's CJ Parker?
Oh, my God. You don't remember him from NXT? Juice Robinson, okay? He's the current Juice Robinson in NJPW.
Okay.
But before he was there, he was in NXT. He was the guy who Kevin Owens had his first match against. Remember the guy that was all about the planet and stuff? And it's the same fucking gimmick that Daniel Bryan is doing right now.
I do know who MJF is. I don't know who Joey Janela is. The Bang Bus is
both
asking
in
on the board.
AEW. MJF is fucking hysterical.
Austin had the Smoking Skull belt for 4 months, Brian Stike says.
4 months. Okay, so...
And I got to play this for Bang Bus.
He's got a puke!
We haven't even had this belt for a few weeks.
Yeah, he says knowing WWE, AJ wins, and they do AJ and Bryan again at Mania. That's from Bang Bus. That's why I got the "he's gonna puke" sound effect.
What if we have?
What if we?
Roman Reigns coming back.
Roman, really?
Damn it!
Roman Reigns, the guy with the wettest hair.
Roman Reigns.
Adam, who is?
We haven't heard.
I don't think you've ever played this out before. No. Do you know who Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson are?
I absolutely do.
Who?
To me, they are known as Generation Me, but to you, they're known as...
Brian, for the love of God, will you just let me and my brother eat lunch?
Good Lord, man.
Shit, I guess we're not even allowed to use them in trivia. Sorry.
Yeah,
but that's the Bucks.
The Bucks. The Bucks
Young
of
Bucks.
Youth. The Bucks of Youth.
The youth of Bucks.
Yeah, I don't know if I really want to go to Mania. I got to be honest. If we're talking
what about
it.
the weekend? What about going up there for the weekend?
I would love to be around there for the weekend.
Yes,
correct.
We both have family up there. We're both from there.
You have family in Syracuse. It's
no,
different.
I have family in the city.
Oh,
dingus.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, all right, that counts.
Brooklyn, dingus.
Okay. All right, you win.
Not even on the island. Come on, I'm Jewish. I probably have relatives on Long Island I don't know about.
Long Island. There are so many different like indie shows going around. I mean, that was my favorite part of when we went a couple years ago. Going to the Progress show.
Progress.
Going to fucking NXT.
What did you went to Progress with Stevie and Golda?
Yeah.
While we were at Disney.
Yeah, while you
doing
guys were
family
at Disney.
things.
Yep.
It was like family time at Disney or Progress.
Mm-hmm.
And you pretty much got stuck with Stevie on that one.
No, that was a great show. That was a great day.
Nick and Matt Jackson, our generation me, Stike says. Check the tape. I said that.
He's got a computer. He's got a computer in front of him that he fact checks everything.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. We can't afford interns to get stat boys, so why not?
Do you know who the ECW zombie was?
I feel like you're doing this whole name drop segment again.
I don't know. The board
one I canceled.
Can you read the board?
Way back when you were debuting.
You didn't cancel shit.
Adam, do you know Walter? Do you know the vanilla midget?
He does. And actually, you know what? He might know who Walter is just because I was trying to explain to you who he was.
I do know who Chuck Taylor is. He's the guy who made the Converse sneakers. That's why they call him Chuck Taylors.
Nope.
ECW Zombie. Nope. I do know who Big Papa Pump is.
Of course you do. He loves the show.
Yeah, he's a big fan. Actually, we did get him on tape saying that he loves the show. I don't know what happened to that clip because Rob sucks, but I do have him trying to teach Samoa Joe.
So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance. Oh, son of a bitch.
Anyway, Mika Meach is back saying, wow, what a good show. He got to enjoy the dark match. I'm going to sign off, Brian. I don't really have much to say. This week was lackluster. I'm sure we're going to get some.
Tonight was okay.
It was okay.
Better than last night.
It was better than last night, but again, I feel like this is one of those weeks where SmackDown, because the bar was so low from Raw, it just had to be. I know who Mike Canales Bennett is, Bang Bus, and he wrestled tonight on 205 Live, and you wish he was released, and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, my point being, though, is they can't all be gems. Tonight, SmackDown was passable. I would say, like a B-, where Raw was probably C-, D+, kind of level. Wouldn't you say?
Raw?
Yeah.
Raw was, I would say, yeah, C, like low C.
Low C, and this is maybe B-, B. But they've got to do something better week to week. They've got to do something a little bit more intriguing. If they're fucking with us about the whole Charlotte being added to Becky thing, bravo to them. Play into this and fuck with us, but by no means do you make it happen. Absolutely not. You cannot fucking do that because everybody will get really fucking pissed.
What?
And you cannot do
what?
The what chant to my boy Daniel Bryan's pal Rowan.
What?
Because the planet needs him as a champion, Brian. What do you think about this gimmick?
I love it. And there's no stopping it. There's like no shortage of any kind of like, anti-pollution kind of fact that he can throw out there, or just there's so much stuff that he has not even tapped into that I'm sure he's just like chomping at the bit to get into.
My thing is the catchphrases. He's going a little overboard tonight. He said them repeatedly. My earth friend, or my intellectual friend, or whatever. I can't remember some of them because I want to block them out. But I hope he doesn't continue to say them 12 times a week. It's one thing to say the obligatory one. Like at some point we know Elias is going to say, but everyone please silence your cell phones and shut, I'm cool with that. Everything else, I don't know. Final thoughts on the board. If you guys have any, let me know. I'm not your guy, bro. I'm not your friend. I'm not your pal, buddy. I don't know.
Yeah, Berto's salty.
Yeah, he's talking to you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because you fired him. You gave him the pink slip.
Yeah,
Such a dick. Yeah. Bang Bus is now dropping AEW members at me. The villain. I know who the villain is.
I just saw all those guys. I went to the New Japan show in Charlotte over the weekend. It was great.
I'll bet you did.
It was all American wrestlers.
I'm trying to sign off, and I want to talk more about your indies.
Indies. New Japan is not an indie. You shut your fucking mouth.
Oh, it's a New Japan show that had a bunch of white guys at it. You want to talk about racist? New Japan in America is all white.
Do your little spiel.
I'm done.
Do your little spiel.
I'm cutting to you.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm done.
That's how you wanted to finish the show?
Well, no, that's not how I wanted to finish the show. That's how I wanted to sign off the show. I was giving now final thought to you and giving you the opportunity.
Well, now is my 3-hour review of the New Japan show that happened in Charlotte. So I just want to start out. First, it was a great day. I walked to the event. Do you want to know?
Tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Smackdown Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.